Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna 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 Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravachari Nirvishesha Nimadvasya Advaita Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Prabhupada Sat Gauravachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Randana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yashodanandana Brajajana Randana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yashodanandana Brajajana Randana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yashodanandana Brajajana Randana Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari 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 Yashodanandana Brajajana Randana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yashodanandana Brajajana Randana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yashodanandana Brajajana Randana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yashodanandana Brajajana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari हरिनाम संकीर्तन की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की श्रीमद् भगवद गीता ग्रंथ की ऑल असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज की निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Nama Om Vishnupadaya.
Nama Om Vishnupadaya.
Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale.
Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale.
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta.
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta.
Swami Niti Namine.
Swami Niti Namine.
Namaste Saraswati Deve.
Namaste Saraswati Deve.
Gauravani Pracharine.
Gauravani Pracharine.
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi.
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi.
Paschatya Deshatarine.
Paschatya Deshatarine.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Shri Advaita Gadadhara.
Shri Advaita Gadadhara.
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Kum karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripahatamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Om Pavitro Pavitro Va Sarvavastham Natopi Va Yat Smaret Pundarikakshah Sahabhya Bhyantaram. Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Lord Pranam. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji and Matajis, for coming for Bhagavad Gita class. We are in Shloka 40. Chapter 18, Shloka 40. Natad asti prithviyam. Natad asti prithviyam va. Divi dveshu vapuna. Divi deveshu vapuna. Sattvam prakriti jairmuktam. Sattvam prakriti jairmuktam. Yad ebhi syat tribhir gunai. Yad ebhi syat tribhir gunai. Translation and purport by Lilananda A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Let's repeat after me. There is no being existing. Either here or among the demigods in the higher planetary systems, which are freed from these three modes born of material nature. So in purport, Prabhupada, in a single line, the Lord here summarizes the total influence of the three modes of material nature all over the universe. So, Lord Krishna has educated all of us that what we are doing is not completely in our control. Yeah, our choice is still in our control, but the amount of influence that is around us to make us that choice definitely makes that choice very, very small. Right? So much influence is there. Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Sattoguna. And these three gunas are ruling this entire planet. Not only planet, universe, entire material universe. And nobody is spared. Nobody is spared. Right? So it's completely in the grips of Mother Durga. Prakriti, she is holding it. Nobody is spared. Nobody can say, I am above these three modes. Nobody can. In whichever guise you will fall either into Sattva or into Rajoguna or into Tamoguna. And why somebody is acting in a certain way is because he is choosing that particular mode. That's all. And when you change the choice, you change the mode. And the modes are also there in everything. There is nothing in the material world where mode is not there. Even in water, there is modes. Right? Mild, warm, lukewarm water is Sattva-guna. Right? Burningly hot water is Rajoguna. Extremely cold water, which is bad for your health anyways, Tamoguna. Food also. Right? Day also. Sattva-guna starts early in the morning, Brahma Muhurta. Then as the sun rises, Rajoguna. And the sun sets, Tamoguna. Right? Everything, food, vegetables, everything is influenced with three modes. How these three modes are there and why they are influencing us? Because they have to fulfill our desires. Na? We are taking birth after birth to enjoy, to fulfill our desires. So these tamagunas are facilitating us. Don't think they are something bad for us. They are actually facilitating us. Somebody wants to destroy his life, tamaguna will facilitate it. Here, my dear darling, drink alcohol, smoke a cigarette, and burn to death. Haribol. Yeah, it is influencing. Somebody wants to enjoy his senses. I want to enjoy, everything will accumulate. Okay. My dear sir, here is the Rajoguna. Work like a donkey, dog, 12 hours, 14 hours a day, in the name of becoming a manager, director, vice president. Kutte ke tarah kaam kar. Mar. Uske baad, how he will die? With pride he will die. I died like a vice president. Right? Next life, again he'll take birth. Again he'll work like a dog. Goli doddi, he'll roam around. Right? Rajoguna. Don't think this is all happening by fluke. That is what you want. That is what Mother Durga is facilitating. But one person will awaken and tell, hey, wait a second. I don't want to work like a dog. I don't want to live like an animal. Let me find out who am I. Then Sattva-guna will come. Aja. Come to Satsang. There is some higher knowledge being given. Now you can understand a little higher knowledge. Right? So, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvaiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. Krishna is saying, Bahunam Janmanam. After many births, many births. Don't think you all have just come to Satsang. I say again. No. Krishna will not allow. It's not going to happen. It cannot. Even if you come, you'll run away. Hearing this one class, hey, pagal aadmi, kya baat kar raha subah subah? Good. मैं कौन है उसका? मैं अच्छा vice president, director, ये क्या बात कर रहा है मेरे बारे में? One person actually got offended when I told once because he was actually a director. मेरे बारे में class बोल रहा है, मैं आपके बारे में नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. Generally बोल रहा हूँ. नहीं. Got offended. It's okay. He'll come back. Some life he'll come back again. Or this life only maybe he'll come back again. So Sattva-guna will direct you towards self-realization. Self-realization. Very, very important thing that people are not doing these days. Self-realization. First of all, know who you are. Am I this body? Or am I the soul? कुछ तो है अंदर जो नहीं मर रहा है और बहुत कुछ है जो हर दिन मर रहा है. ठीक है? Something is dying every day. Or something is not dying at all. What is that thing that is not dying? It is transmigrating body after body. It's called science. Yes, science. Right? And then you put an effort to understand what is that thing. And there is a process. You have to chant every day God's name. So He will give you the access to understand who you are. And then when you understand who you are, then you ask, who is that person who created me? Who has put me into this trouble? I want to summon that fellow. Then Krishna will tell, Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate. After many births, one person will wake up and ask for self-realization. Right? And then Vasudeva Sarvaiti. That is Shuddha Sattva. Among all the Devatas, among all the creation, among all the understanding, among all the Vedas, among all the scriptures, among all the Gurus, finally when Vasudeva Sarvaiti, Samahatma Sudurlabha, the one who finally concludes that Vasudeva is the Sarvaiti, the cause of all causes. That person is called Mahatma. And such Mahatma is Durlabha. Very, very
rare.
right. So raising above the three modes happens only by the mercy of Krishna when somebody surrenders his ego and says, okay, beta, now tell me, मुझे क्या करना है जिंदगी में? बहुत हो गया. I have done my nonsense. Now tell me. तद्विधि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्ष्यांति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनः तत्त्वदर्शिनः. I want to understand the tattva, complete knowledge. Tattva means complete. I want to understand. Now I am sitting in front of you like a student. My experience, my realizations, my perceptions, my perspectives, सभी निकाल के कूड़े में डालो. Whatever you tell now is the reality. Please tell me. Right? Then Krishna will speak. Then Krishna will speak through the Guru. Until then, Krishna will not speak. Krishna will sit and laugh. अच्छा बेटा बोल next game. Krishna, job अच्छा मिला. Krishna, home loan नहीं मिल रहा. Very good. Krishna, home loan मिल गया. Furnishing अच्छा नहीं हुआ. Next बेटा. Krishna, बेटे को ये सीट चाहिए, वो सीट चाहिए, मिल जाए, वो मिल जाए. Next. अर्पण्य दोषो पहत स्वभाव प्रज्ञामि त्वं धर्म समूढ़ चेता यच्छ्रेयश्चा निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्य तेहं शादिमं त्वं प्रपन्नम्. I have surrendered Krishna. इंटीरियर गया भाड़ में, घर गया भाड़ में, सब मेरा धन गया भाड़ में. I have understood that I am dying. I have not understood why I have taken birth. Now you are the perfect person to tell this. I am becoming your Shishya. Tell me what I should do. Then you can transcend the three modes. Until you surrender to Krishna, you cannot transcend the three modes. You cannot. It's not possible. कितना भी पूजा करो, कितना भी डोनेशन दो, कितना भी मंदिर बनवाओ, कितना भी करो, you cannot transcend the three modes. You are within the three modes only. The day you surrender to Krishna, I'm done. I'm not dependent on anybody now. Because I've understood everybody is dependent on you only. Ganeshji is also dependent on you only. Shivji is also dependent on you only. Parvati is also dependent on you. Devi Mata is also dependent on you only. Everybody is dependent on you only. I am also dependent on you. Ab batao mere ko kya karna hai. Then Krishna will tell, okay, now I will tell the truth. Aham sarvasva prabho matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhujante mam buddha bhava samvita. The moment you understand this, you are above the three modes. Khatam. And then all these devatas, all these great, avatars of the Supreme Lord, Shakti Avisha avatars, Guna avatars, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, all of them will come to help you. Hanumanji, everybody will come to help you. Because now they also know, banda politics nahi karne wala abhi. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday politics nahi karega abhi. Even devatas will become very happy. Shivji will be like, Hari bol, अच्छा है. अभी महादेव के पास आ गया, एकदम perfect consciousness में है. Now he is in right consciousness. Now he can help him 7 days a week. Before that, only one day Shivji can help, right? No politics between devatas and Bhagwan. Surrender हो गया. करो. तिरुपति जा गया bro. हरि बोल देखो. इतना आसानी से पहचान सकते हो तिरुपति गया तो. और कल प्रोग्रेस होगा. You cannot recognize because कोई नहीं निकलवाएगा. A lot of people go to Tirupati, they don't give hair now. Why people give hair? भगवान के सामने स्टाइल नहीं मारने का. No hairstyle. लेकिन another thing, and it is mentioned in Hare Krishna. It is mentioned in Bhavishya Purana. Even in Bhagavad it is mentioned in one of the chapters in 12th canto that as Kali Yuga progresses, people feel their entire beauty is in the hair only. वो गलत कटिंग कर दिया वो समाधि ले लेगा. 30 days घर से कहीं नहीं बाहर निकलना. तब तक ग्रो होगा ना. Then you can go. इतना attachment हो जाता है बालों से. इतना attachment. People stop giving hair also. And it is also mentioned that all our sins hold us to each one of the hairs. ऐसे पकड़ के बैठते हैं लोग ऐसे. Our sins that we are committing every day, they hold one hair and they are hanging like this. So when you shave your hair, you throw all that sins there. Problem is again we start committing sins. different thing. But you get rid of that, That's why in spiritual life, especially sannyasis and elevated Vaishnavas, they shave their hair, or they don't even care about their hair. It will be like matted and thrown, देखना नहीं मेरे को बाल कैसे मेरे, है ना? So this is a level of uh, kind of understanding that the real beauty is not in this body itself. Body में beauty है ही नहीं. This body is cheating you that it is beautiful. It is not. So you raise above, Doesn't mean you should not take care of your body. You should take care of your body. Like if you are, at a young age, if you are getting too much white hair, you can dye, no problem. Why? Because if you feel you're old, you'll stop taking care of your body. You should also feel nice about your body. Yeah, I'm feeling nice about my body. But body is only a vehicle that will take you towards God. Use it like a vehicle. Don't use it like a place, thing that will give you happiness. This body is created to give you misery. Old age is a curse. I'm telling you, old age is a curse. The moment you start entering into that 70s and 80s, then you'll understand, mere ko nahi chahiye ek aur body. The same body that you're so proud of, the same body that was giving you so much confidence, will give you complete lack of confidence. So much problem.
So talking about hairs, just one query. People shave their head, but they keep a choti. What is that significance of that choti?
वो पकड़ने के लिए. वो सत्संग से भागते हो ना तो पकड़ने के लिए. अभी किसी का चोटी नहीं, कैसे पकड़ूं मैं? ऐसे पकड़ने से भूल जाए, नहीं भाग जाते हैं ना लोग. तो ये लगाया मेरे गुरु मेरे को पकड़ेगा, किधर भाग रहा है? चट बैठ यहाँ पे. स्पिरिचुअल एंटीना है, सीधा ट्रांसमिट करता है ऊपर से. बहुत सारे इसके मीनिंग. And there is actually I'm not expert in this area, but I heard that this part of the skull is very 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 sensitive. और यहाँ पे बाल हमेशा होने चाहिए. तो गलती से भी कुछ लग गया यहाँ पे जोर से, सीधा हरि बोल. तो यहाँ पे थोड़ा बाल रखना important है इस जगह पे. And there are many other Ayurvedic reasons also. In earlier days, ये जो शिखा है, ये हर कोई रखता था. रखना चाहिए. And sometimes you pull it, na, it's good for your, lot of your things, medically. Sometimes. ऐसे पकड़ के खींचते रहो ऐसे. लेकिन yes, there is spiritual significance, there is Ayurvedic significance, from a health perspective. Yeah, and that's a mark of surrender. That hold mein hai. See, head is a very region that you are very proud of, right? मेरे सर को पकड़ के खींचने का हक दे रहे हैं आप किसी को. Here is my, shikha. There's nothing wrong keeping it. We should keep it.
I heard like we are in a material pool, right? So when God will be there, like Vishnu or something, will come, then they only see a choti in their pool, like
Yeah.
they can't see.
Grip नहीं मिलेगा ना कहीं.
Right. That's a great.
ऐसा बहुत सारे अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, बहुत सारे अंडरस्टैंडिंग. इधर कल्चर एक्चुअली अभी ब्राह्मण लोग भी नहीं लगा रहे ठीक तरह से. एक्चुअली शूद्र, वैश्य, क्षत्रिय, ब्राह्मण सब लगाते हैं. एवरीबडी कीप्स शिखा. इट्स अ मार्क ऑफ सरेंडर टू अ गुरु. जब उपनयनम होता है तब व्हेन द फर्स्ट कैन से बर्थ, सेकंड बर्थ of first birth is from mother's womb, second is to a guru who takes you to Gurukul. You put the shikha. North में अभी भी लगा रहे हैं लोग, South में तो उड़ गया पूरा. North Indians, many of them they keep. Even laborers you see outside, they'll keep shikha. It's part of it. Again, keeping shikha doesn't make you Krishna conscious, but it's a mark of surrender. We should represent ourselves, no? So when you go to Tirupati, Hare Krishna. So when you go to Tirupati, you give hair. Not that Balaji likes only one hairstyle. Not like that. You become the same in front of him. There's nothing special about you. In front of him, I'm saying. Right? When you shave your head, you become humble also automatically. Done. And people, they feel so happy giving away the hair. I remember, when my father used to take me to Tirupati. Once in 2 years we used to go. Being in Andhra, being in Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, going to Tirupati is like, now I'm not gone for a long time, thinking to go. It's been a long time. Should we all go for a Tirupati Yatra? We all can go on Tirupati Yatra. 3 days we can keep. And I can arrange a nice Katha Vachak there. He'll tell you nice Venkatesh Swami Leela at each place. Where did he meet Padmavati? Kuwa kya tha wahan pe? Where did, what is Kalahasti? What is it? Because we go to Tirupati many times, but we don't hear. The Leela is missing. So the connection is not established. Anant Talwar garden, right? Anant Talwar, the one who was serving Lord Balaji. Once Lord Balaji was telling Anant Talwar, hey, come, I want to talk to you. And Anant Talwar is like, wait, I'm making garland for you. What do you mean? You're making garland? I'm calling you. You come. Anant Talwar is like, no, I'm making these lotuses. Balaji, these lotuses that I just plugged, right? They're blossoming now. If I don't make the garland now, sun will set, they'll go inside. So what are you saying? You wait, I'll come. Anant Talwar is, hey, what is this? Balaji is like, hey, I am God. You are worshipping me only. I am only telling you, I want to meet you, come. Then, Anant Talwar says, Balaji, I know how to worship you. Right? See, these are transcendental leelas, we can't do that. A pure devotee can do that. I know how to worship. You stay, I'm coming. He becomes very angry. Balaji becomes, what is this? I am Sarvasva Prabhu, Matta Sarvam Pravartate. I am Govinda, Sarva Karana Karana. This fellow is not giving value to me. And he wants to worship me also. So he stands very angry. The Anant Talwar comes with a garland. He says, Abhi Juko. No, I will not. नहीं चाहिए मेरे को garland. ऐसे कैसे नहीं चाहिए? I have made garland for you only. No, I will not take the garland. You are not listening to me. I called you. You are not listening to me. What kind of worship is that? See, Balaji, I was sent by my guru, Ramanacharya. Ramanacharya sent me and he told the procedure of worship. I am following my guru. Right? You also follow, whatever worship that you only establish. Narada Pantrakta Vidhi is there. I have to give you worship like this. And my guru has told me to do like this. Then Balaji is like, hey, you get out of here. I don't want you to worship me. You leave Tirupati, Tirumala. You leave and go. Anant Talwar, you are too egoistic. You are not listening to me. You are worshipping me, but you are not listening to me. You go from here. Then Anant Talwar says, who are you to tell me? You yourself are staying in a rented place. This is Varaha Kshetra. You took it on rent from Varaha Kshetra. Everybody is paying rent till now. Whatever money we are giving, rent pay kar rahe hum log. You know that, right? A lot of you don't know. Before you go into Balaji's temple, there is a Varaha temple beside. Right? You have to go there and first take permission. Or rental agreement udhar sign hua hai. Balaji is staying on rent. So it is, tu kaun hai mujhe yahan se bhejne wala? Who are you to send me out? You yourself are living on rent here. Then Balaji is like, अरे बाप रे, पूरा logic लगा रहा है. ठीक है, put the garland. Right? So these are the leelas of God and this devotee. Sweet leelas, right? When you go there, you hear such things, and you go to the garden where he used to keep those flowers. How many have gone to Anant Talwar garden on Tirumala? Many have not gone. क्या देखा तुमने? तिरुपति नहीं देखा अब तक. जो जाके विग्रह देख के वापस आते नहीं. बहुत है वहाँ पे ऊपर. Should go. That garden is there just beside Varaha. That Varaha Kund. Behind that, the garden is there. There Anant Talwar used to make a garden. All flowers he used to make. Oh, there are so many. If I get into that, तो पूरा लीला उसी पे चले जाएगा. So visiting to Dham, attending satsang, getting attraction towards God. Attraction towards God doesn't come just like that. By seeing a diamond mukut, that doesn't bring attraction on God. That brings attraction on diamond. And I put this kind of big alankarana, this alankarana, that alankarana. God is greater than all alankarana. Balaji doesn't look beautiful because of alankarana. Alankarana looks beautiful because of Balaji. Jewels look beautiful because of Balaji. Right? But to get that attraction towards Balaji, we are supposed to approach him through a devotee, through a satsang. Right? There is a Prabhuji there, Nityamukta Prabhu, I'm forgetting his name, very senior devotee. He tells very good katha of Balaji. You have to just get his time in advance. Prabhu ji को पहले book कर लेने का. Prabhu ji 3 दिन, mercy 2. Then he'll give. In Telugu he'll give amazing katha. Amazing katha in Telugu. English also, Hindi also, he can manage. But you should hear from such pure devotees who are living in the Dham. Then you get access to God. Access to God doesn't come by going ticket, flight, train, MLA recommendation. Nothing access will get. You will stand there, you will not see the Balaji, you will see MLA there. MLA का लेटर आया, मैं अंदर आया. MLA का लेटर आया, मैं अंदर आया. MLA का लेटर आया, मैं अंदर आया. बालाजी सिंह, तू अंदर क्या को आया? MLA के लिए आया, मेरे लिए आया. Right? So no recommendation. Go like a beggar. When you go to Dham, go like a beggar. भिखारी की तरह जाओ वहाँ पे और भीख मांगो. क्या भीख मांगना है? मुझे आकर्षण दो. Give me attraction towards you. Akarsha iti iti Krishna. Give me attraction towards you. And when you beg like that, then Traigunya Vishya Veda, Nishtraigunya Bhavarjuna, Nidvandva Nitva Sattvasto, Niryoga Kshemam Akpavan. Then you can cross the 3 modes. Traigунम के ऊपर चले जाओगे आप. ना सत्वगुण आपको ट्रबल करेगा, ना रजोगुण आपको ट्रबल करेगा, ना तमोगुण आपको ट्रबल करेगा. Then you will rise above the 3 modes. Until then you cannot. And who is stuck in these 3 modes? Krishna is saying, everybody is stuck in these 3 modes. Right? So 3 modes apply in the way you understand, the way you, what were we discussing? Different 3 modes, 3 ways of understanding, 3 ways of determination, right? 3 ways of food, 3 ways of this, 3 ways of that. Everything is in 3 modes. Brahmana Kshatriya Visham Shudranam cha parantapa Karmani pravibhaktani Swabhava prabhavair gunai. Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras are distinguished by the qualities born of their own natures in accordance with the material modes. O chastiser of the enemy. Right? So Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, they're all Varnas. Chatur Varnam Maya Shrishtam Guna Karma Vibhakashaha. I have created these 4 Varnas. I have created. Who created Brahmanas? Krishna. Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras. Who is greatest among these 4? All of us. Should not go into the... God created all 4. How can one be greater than other? But the role one plays can be greater. If Brahmana thinks I'm greatest, then he's not a Brahmana only. Brahmana feels he is the most fallen. He is the most, unworthy. He is the most, most needing the mercy of Krishna. And he lives like a beggar. Brahmana never keeps money. Because if he keeps money, he is dependent on Krishna will go away, right? His dependence on Krishna will go away. What worship you will do if you have 3 crores in your bank account? Tell me. Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Jagadish Hare. 3 crores are there. Brahman should be like a beggar. Not that he's begging, Jaya Jagadish Hare. 1 rupee, 2 rupee. No. Krishna, you are there to take care of me. I am completely dependent on you. You are everything. Yasmin idam yenascha idam yena idam yo idam swayam yo tasmat parasmatcha paras tvam prapadye swayam bhuvam. Oh Krishna, everything is coming from you, everything is standing on you, everything is resting on you, and yo asmat parasmatcha paras. You are transcendental, you are not touched by good and bad of this world. Such kind of person who is self-satisfied within, I am worshipping you, Gajendra is saying. Who is self-satisfied, completely in within, I am worshipping you. So Brahmana is completely dependent on Krishna. Right? Completely dependent on Krishna. So Brahmana, Kshatriya. Kshatriya means who? The one who protects such Brahmanas. The one who gives protection to the right saintly people in this world. are Kshatriyas. A political leader should be a Kshatriya. King. Now we have political leader, MLA, MP and all that. But actually Kshatriya is the king. And the king's first duty is to protect the Brahmanas. And listen to the Brahmanas, what Brahmanas are telling. And consult the Brahmanas. Every time something big he has to do, he has to go and consult. Even to do a war, he has to go and consult the Brahmanas. Is it the right thing to do the war now? Please come. Right? Is it the right thing to do the war now? Don't think Kshatriya can sit and decide, मेरे को जोश आ गया, अभी मेरा होश उड़ गया, मैं जाके मारूंगा लोगों को. No, ऐसा नहीं है. Right? A Brahmana should tell, yeah, now it's right time. Now is the right time. Now there is no other way. Now it's needed. Right? Vishwamitra was a Brahmana. He was also a Kshatriya, but he played a role of a Brahmana. He took Lord Ram. Come and kill those, demons who are troubling me during Yajna. They asked, why are you not? You are more powerful, why can't you kill yourself? No, I'm a Brahmana. I should not kill. You should kill. Because if I'm doing Yajna with anger about those demons, my Yajna will be a failure. I have to be in Shuddha Sattva when I'm doing Yajna. Right? Ramji, aap aake maro, main Yajna karta hu. This is Brahmana, Kshatriya. Vaishya, the one who protects cows, the one who does agriculture, the one who supplies the needy to the needful. He'll make sure that all the wealth, all the grains, all the everything that is needed for existence is properly distributed. Vaishya. He is making a profit also, and he uses the profit for what? Cow protection, protecting the cows. And he is also very, sattvic by nature. Shudra, the one who follows the order as it is, without any argument. Sir, wo lekar aao, abhi lekar aaye. Right? So very, very order following. If you cannot have an organization, you cannot run a kingdom and nobody is following your order. And Shudras are the most clean people. They never switch employers. They are employed with that employer for the rest of their life. That's it. So in Kali Yuga, there are no Shudras also. Forget about Brahmanas. Somebody, मैं ब्राह्मण पैदा हुआ, तू ब्राह्मण पैदा हुआ, तू ब्राह्मण नहीं है, तू क्षत्रिय नहीं है, तू वैश्य नहीं है, तू शूद्र भी नहीं है. क्या है पता नहीं. But these are the qualities. Now Krishna is saying these qualities of people, Brahmana, Vaishya, Shudra, Kshatriya, have created and have given them qualities according to the three modes. A Kshatriya has to be in Raja, in order to.
I have some obligation. Nothing serious.
He has to be strong. A Kshatriya has to fight. He can't be in Sattva and fight. Dandavat pranam Prabhu ji. आप तीर निकालिए, मैं भी तीर निकालता हूँ. आप पहले डालिए, उसके मैं डालता हूँ. ऐसा नहीं होता. Right? He has to have that Rajaguna also. Rajaguna can be used in the service of Krishna. Easily, first they will, they'll stand and they'll start, abusing each other. तेरे में क्या है तू यहाँ पे आए? You're not worthy of fighting. That's why you are not worthy of fighting. You are not. No. पूरा होने के बाद तब गुस्सा आता है. Then they'll start fighting. Rajaguna is needed to fight. You can't fight in Sattva. Right? So there is a whole process. So gunas are given to the varnas. Varnas and gunas, they are given. Then only the world can function. There is no caste system in Sanatana Dharma. ये कास्ट को पैदा करके उसका सेंसस कराने के लिए सोच रहे लोग. There is no meaning for that. There is no caste system in Sanatana Dharma. Varna hai, varna. Varna मतलब Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shudra, Vaishya. And when they serve in this order, Shudra is serving Vaishyas, Kshatriyas and Brahmanas, Shudras will be happy. They are very happy. I remember when I used to go to village in my young days, so many servants used to sit in our courtyard. And their families are taken care by my Bade Papa, my father's elder brother, who was in charge there. They used to take care of all these families, and they were very happy being taken care of like that. Some of them did not even have a salary also. They would just come, sit and eat and go. And when there is their daughter's marriage, they'll tell them, or son's marriage, they'll give some money, they'll get them married. They're very peaceful. Very peaceful. No exploitation, no nothing. They are absolutely happy being the way they are. Dhobi's kingdom, Dhobis and goldsmiths and different professions, chappal paida, cobblers, right? They're all happy. They're all happy. Everybody is happy doing, and nobody works for anybody. Everybody has their own profession. Everybody has their own skill. So they're all skills, and they're very happy serving the others. Potter, he makes pots. He starts gifting pots. When the need comes, everybody will give him money. Right? Everything used to be exchanged through dhanya, through grains and vegetables. No currency, no money. The moment money came, suicide started. The moment money came, anxiety started. There was no money in the past. People were very happy with their barter. I mean, barter again, a word is such a negative connotation to it. But actually, it's a very positive thing. There's no money. Money was rarely seen. Rarely seen. Currency was rarely seen. It was always, you're rich because you have so much dhanya. And you used to give that dhanya. You're rich because you have so many cows. You're rich because you have so much land. And land also does not belong to anybody. No registration of land. Zamindari system was brought by British, not in our culture. They are the ones who said, no land, register the land. Till then there was no registration. Village holded the land. Village panchayat would keep the land. And whenever anybody needs land, anybody is having that skill, they will give so much land. You use this land now. So everything was so beautiful. There was no need for no politics. Everything centered around temple. And every evening there is Harikatha. And every evening there is Satsang. Batao politics kidhar hai? Nahi hai. Right? Everything was properly being guided. And that's how Krishna created. Chaturvarna Maya system, Guna Karma Vibhagasha. Right? So here Krishna is saying all the four varnas have gunas also. Right? Which is needed. Samodamastapa saucham Shantir Arjavam Evacha Jnanam Vijnanam Astikyam Brahma Karma Swabhavajam. Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, and righteousness. These are the natural qualities by which the Brahmanas work. Now Krishna is explaining each one of these varnas. What are the qualities of somebody to be called himself as a Brahmana? How do the Brahmanas work? So beautiful qualities, right? They're always peaceful, very peaceful people, always dependent. So peace comes when you're dependent on God. Once, a real incident, many years ago, my guru, he was sharing this. His friend shared it with him, right? So, in 1920s or 1930s, right, somewhere there, an American, he was going along with his family in a steamer ship in the ocean, and suddenly the storm came. It was really thick. I don't know how many of you have traveled in a ship or in an ocean. Have you traveled anybody here? When the waves go up, they look like mountains. It's not like, the sea that we see is ekdam acha hai, right? Beach, sea and all. But when you're in a storm and you're in a boat, your huge ship will look like a matchbox floating in big lake. It is vulnerable. So it will go down, the wave will go so up, you can literally feel like a Mount Everest in front of you. And then it comes towards you, you feel I'm dead. So the storm was so strong, everybody started crying in that boat. We are dead now. Khatam. We are just going to die. We are just going to wait for that next tide to kill us. When the tide will come, you don't know. And every time you feel that the tide is going to kill you. And just when the tide comes towards you, like a matchbox, the boat will go up and it will float again. And one of the times the matchbox will not go up, it will fall on it, khatam. It will take reverse. Sab log mar jayenge. People die in ships and boats. Mother Nature is so strong, you can't face Mother Nature. No matter what technology you have, whatever you have. In those days, there was no technology also, no prediction of storm, right? So they were already in between that. So everybody were shouting and crying and, like literally hugging each other. Parents were holding their children. Now we are going to die. The time has come. Anytime it can happen. But they saw a small boy like him, a small boy like him. He was nicely playing with his toys. The whole boat is going this side, is falling like this, he's picking up the toy and again, he's playing. So this saintly person, he was there, he was shocked looking at that boy. What is this? Everybody's crying and, this fellow is nicely sitting and playing as if nothing is happening. And then after some time, luckily the storm, it stopped and the boat became normal. Nobody died. The boat was still there. And this saintly person went to that small boy and asked him, "Tere ko darne laga kya? You're not scared?" Simply, he was still playing there. "Mama hai na?" "Mama hai na? My mother is there, no?" And he was playing. Can you see the greatest lesson in this one sentence? That boy was completely confident about his mother. My mother is there, no? For him, the storm also was not that scary because he had so much confidence on the mother. That's what a small child does, right? An infant child, when you hold completely in the safe hands of his mother or his father, and sometimes you throw him in the air also, he'll come down. Completely dependent. Brahmana is like that. Brahmana means somebody who is completely dependent and peaceful. When you say peace, peace doesn't come without dependence. Peace comes only when you are totally dependent. When you are totally dependent, you are peaceful. If somebody is not peaceful, means is not dependent on God. As simple as that. God conscious people never commit suicide. There is no question of committing suicide. Because suicide means what? Rejecting the plan of God. Everything is plan of God. You getting tortured by your in-laws, your husband, by this, by that, by society, by office. Everything is plan of God. Why the torture? To purify you. Simple. Why are you here? Why is the material world? Why is the material world created? To purify you. This whole thing is a college. We are in the college, take some knowledge. Right? That's all. And experience, you will give you realization. Accept whatever is happening in your life. Accept it as plan of God. And nothing is wrong and nothing is auspicious or inauspicious here. Everything is auspicious if you see Krishna in it. Right? So when satsang is happening, the satsang is happening and small children are there and they are shouting and crying and playing, and so what will I do? I'll ask the parent, can all the children go and play there? They can just go. Why? Because if they play there, people who have come to satsang can peacefully hear the class. And by the way, when I send those children there, I also tell one of the parents, Prabhuji, can you also go and sit there, just monitor them. We don't want them to hurt themselves. Right? It's a natural thing to do, right? This material world is nothing but we all are sent there. Yeah? And Prabhupada is like that guru Krishna has sent. Jara dekh lo hum log. God has not sent us away. He has sent us in a place where we can do our nut cut, where we can do our, little whatever politics that we want to do. Kar wahan pe. When you are ready, when you grow up, you can come back. So that people in spiritual world are not disturbed. Such a simple way to understand, right? Why is material world created? To purify us. To purify us. Coming to spirituality, you should get this knowledge. Accept everything as a mercy of God. Everything, even cancer, blood cancer is also mercy of God. At least now become serious. Right? If you get a terminal disease, what you should do? Attend more satsangs. Now time has come. Finish reading Bhagavatam. do more service to God. Right? Great people in the past, when they used to die, or when they used to feel that they're going to die, they would leave their houses, they go to a dham, they'd stay there. And every day hear Ram Katha. Every day. Arvind Mafatlal's father, is a great devotee, Arvind Mafatlal. His father, who established Mafatlal Industries, I forgot his name, was a very saintly person, a great devotee of Lord Ram. And when the time came, he told his son, I think I should go to, I forgot the exact holy place where he left his body. It's Lord Ram's main place. So he told, I want to go there. And he said, no, you need treatment. If you go, the doctors told, if he leaves Bombay, he's dead. And his father told, see, I have to go. You can't stop me in the name of medical treatment. I have to go. But I'll also take medicines. If you allow me to go there, I'll also take medicines there. Right? So he went there. And his son went there, keeping aside all the industries, everything. Side mein rakho, mere pitaji ke sath rehna hai mujhe. He heard the entire Ram Katha, all the kandas, Ayodhya Kand, this Kand, that Kand, everything. He finished the Ram Katha, the next day morning he left his body. No matter how great industrialist you are, but the God consciousness was right within inside him. Right? There is a time we should sign off. Sign off karte na? When you go to the mailbox, sign off. We should also sign off from our lives. Sometime we should sign off. Sign off and sign in. ऐसा नहीं sign off करके घूम रहे इधर उधर. Sign off and sign in. Right? And doesn't mean that you should sign off completely, saying, my job chhod dunga. No, you sign in. Same thing with a layer of Krishna consciousness, you can lead a life. You can lead the same life. Just keeping Krishna in the center. Making your Sunday mornings holy. Making your Sunday mornings like filled with Krishna Bhakti. Hearing the right thing. Hearing the message of God again and again. What is more important in life? What is more important in life? Right? Mother-in-law ruling her daughter-in-law is not important in life. A daughter-in-law ridiculing the mother-in-law is not important in life. A father imposing everything on son is not important in life. A son ignoring his father is not important in life. These are all false ego. Ego jab badhta hai, these are the things that happen. So you should diminish that false ego by bringing the whole family together to satsang. Where mother-in-law is also sitting, daughter-in-law is sitting, son is also sitting, father is also sitting. Everybody is sitting. And everybody is hearing to Krishna's message. Right? The three modes I'm controlling all of you. Rise above the three modes so you can understand me and never take birth again. So that's why family aspect is very, very important. Right? Family gives you the strength to be in Krishna consciousness. If a family is not together, then it's very difficult to practice Krishna consciousness. Very difficult. In three different directions. Tamagun, Rajagun, Satagun. Son is going to Tamagun, husband is going to Rajagun, wife is going to Satagun. Very difficult. Again, any activity in life. So Krishna is telling the qualities of Brahmana. Peacefulness, right? Self-control, austerity, to accept some difficulty. I mean, यहाँ पे, morning the sun was glaring on some of you. You just sat there. What happened after it went? The Rajaguna people, what they'll do? They'll say, I think we should ask the management committee to keep a big, glass or something which protects our fashion. Right? Tamaguna fellow will tell, satsang is a problem. That is the reason sun is coming. Stop the satsang. Satvaguna person will say, I'll sit directly go. Sun will also change its course. Right? Shuddha Sattva will pray obeisances to the sun god. Thank you for coming and lighting our lives. Krishna comes in many avatars. One of the avatars is Surya Bhagavan. The greatness of Surya Bhagavan's avatar is even if you don't call him, he comes. So many, I want to see you. Then also Krishna doesn't appear. But Surya, as Surya, even if you don't call, he comes. That is the mercy of God when he appears as sun. So every time you see Surya Bhagavan, Arey Baap Re, you are so merciful. वो नहीं आएंगे अपना बैंड बज जाएगा यहाँ पे. It's told, no, scientifically, some few seconds Lack of sun will make us into a frozen planet. Few seconds. He's coming. Without calling, he's coming. That's the greatness of Krishna. When Krishna becomes very merciful, he comes without coming also. Other people, you pray, doesn't come. Right? But when he becomes very merciful for his devotees, he comes. Tell me some instances when he came without being called. Can you think of any? Without being called, he came. Vidura. Vidura's wife did not call him home. He came home without calling. टक टक भूख लग रहा है. हाँ? Like that ऐसे आके कुछ नहीं से किधर से मिलेगा आपको? बैठो अभी. घर में कुछ भी नहीं. केला है. I eat kela. Give me kela. He ate kela sitting in the house. Even without calling, he goes. Pandavas, they're all struggling in the forest. Barely they're eating anything. And Durvasmuni comes with 1 lakh shishas and like, I want a nice feast. And then Krishna comes without calling. He comes, knocks the door. I also want to eat. What is this? We are already in anxiety. Krishna likes to give the additional anxiety. Right? So that is the greatness of God. He goes to the devotees even without calling. Bina bulaye mehman bhagwan. Bina bulaye mehman bhagwan. He comes and he gives you nice. So you should understand, that Krishna's treatment with his devotees is different. Right? Austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty. Brahmana means he should be very honest. Knowledge. He's always eager to know more, eager to hear knowledge. A Brahmana would never tell, I know everything, you sit now. No, he'll never tell. He'll sit even in front of a Shudra and tell, I want to understand more. Like Ramanacharya, he was sitting in front of Kanchipurna. Kanchipurna was Shudra. Ramanacharya was a great Brahmana. He was sitting in front of Kanchipurna. Please initiate me. I said, what are you telling? You are Acharya, you are such a great Veda Pandit, you are Brahmana, I am a Shudra. He told, I can't give you initiation. I can't give you initiation. Ramanacharya is like, I only want initiation with you only, because you have Krishna. You have Krishna with you. Even though I am Brahmana, but you have Krishna with you. Varadaraj is talking to you every day. I want to take initiation. No, I'm not qualified. Then Ramanacharya once invites Kanchipurna to his house. That please come and have, it's okay. Can I tell a little story?
Yes.
Yeah. He tells, come to my house. Please honor some prasad in my house. And prasad invitation, he cannot say no. But he knows Ramanacharya's plan. What is the plan? Khane ke baad baki, if there is anything left, he will take it. Because a sadhu is always, a pure person is always looking for remnants of a sadhu. Anything left in the plate, they'll take. And that remnant is mercy. Krishna's mercy, you can get through the remnant. And he's thinking, I'll get. And Ramanacharya is like, he tells his wife, make a whole feast. He can't eat everything, right? But the wife, is not very cooperative. She's too egoistic to be a Brahmana from Brahmanical family. And Ramanacharya knows, but he's still taking care of her, and he's like making sure the wife is also taken care. He doesn't leave his wife. But his wife is not very favorable. She thinks we are Brahmanas, others are Shudras, like that. This is a long story. I'm cutting it short. So Varadaraj, Kanchipurna comes to the house on invitation of Ramanacharya. And what Kanchipurna does, he comes a little early. So he doesn't have to be served by Ramanacharya. See all the dealings of Vaishnavas. I don't want a great Brahmana to serve me. So he goes. Sri Hari Prabhu is calling. Can somebody call Sri Hari Prabhu? Yeah. So, what is he saying? Yeah. He comes early. And his wife, she's expecting some great person to come. She sees Kanchipurna and she just serves. Not with love. She serves. My husband is not yet come, you can have. He eats. I'm forgetting the whole Lila, please, forgive me. I was not prepared to read and tell. But basically she serves, and after he eats, some things are left. Because he can't eat everything, something is left. And what she does, she goes and puts all that in dustbin. Whatever is left, she puts in dustbin. And Ramanacharya comes home. He says, please make everything ready, that great Vaishnava is coming. Who is coming? That great Vaishnava. Oh, he already came and went. He already came? Did you serve him prasad? Yes, I served him prasad. Where is the remnants? I throw it in dustbin. What do you mean you throw it in dustbin? No, I'm preparing very nicely for you. You cannot eat what he has left. I'm preparing very nice, varieties, all fresh for you. Please, my dear husband, please sit down. I'm making all fresh for you. Then Ramanacharya, this is the peak of, insult to a Vaishnava. And Ramanacharya says, now it's time for me to take sannyas. Now it's time for me to take sannyas. Right? And then he writes a letter to, his father-in-law. He gets it written, some cranky thing he does. Making a letter come from his father-in-law saying, my dear, he writes a letter in the handwriting of his father-in-law, something like that, that his wife has to come to his house for some shadi, some ceremony. So letter comes and she gives to Ramanacharya, can you please read, my father has written something. And, one second. So the letter says, my dear daughter, please, who wrote the letter? And he sends his wife to the father-in-law's house. Okay, very well. You come back again. Tata, bye-bye. And then he takes sannyas. Done is done. Don't repeat that. That's not the point. He's Ramanacharya. He knows when what to do. Right? So the point is, that's a pure Brahman. He knows the greatness of a Vaishnava. Greatness of a Vaishnava. Right? Knowledge from a Shudra also is ready to take. That's the reason I went into this story. Wisdom, righteousness. He is always righteous. Do the right thing. These are the natural qualities by which the Brahmana works. This statement is there in Bhagavad Gita. By Bhagavan himself is telling the qualities of Brahmana. Shauryam tejo dhritir dakshyam yuddhe chapi apalayanam danam ishvara bhavascha kshatram karma swabhavajam. Heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity, and leadership are the natural qualities of work for the Kshatriyas. Right? Kshatriyas means this. People tell, I'm a Kshatriya, I'm a Reddy, I'm a Kshatriya, I'm a Rao, I'm this, I'm a... Higher qualities you have. Do you see these qualities? A Kshatriya doesn't think twice to go to a battlefield for the right purpose. It's not like he's always ready to do war also. It's not like, Kshatriya means he's always looking for a chance to start a panga and then do some danga. He's very calm person. He's very composed. He's very, very much against violence. But when there is need for violence, picks it up. Without any hesitation, he picks it up. Kshatranis means the wives of Kshatriyas. They're also having that quality. Right? Actually, wives of Kshatriyas are more stronger than the Kshatriyas themselves. That is what our history says. If a wife is weak, a Kshatriya cannot go and do battle. A wife puts tilak. Go and do the battle. Without any hesitation, save the kingdom. Right? It is also heard that in Rajasthan, Sati was actually one of the incidents that happened during a battlefield. I forgot the exact name of that event. It happened that the queens of the kingdom, when Mughals were attacking the kingdom, they all knew that the army was so big that they can't win. We were so much divided that, even kingdoms were not helping each other and Mughals were attacking. Thousands of Mughals were coming and lakhs they were coming to kill brutally. And the king had a very little army. And the wives, you know what they did? They self-immolated themselves. They put fire and they jumped in that fire. They said, now you don't have any fear, right? To go and fight. Your fear is if you lose, they'll come and abuse us. Now you don't have any fear. We are killing ourselves. And then it is explained that was the most fierce battle, where the husbands, they went and they completely smashed the Mughals. One person killed 100 people, because they were completely fearless, and they were so much angry that because of you, our wives had to go through this, our daughters had to go through this, our mothers had to go through this. They self-immolated that, and those are the kind of Prabhuji and Mataji, those are the kind of Kshatranis and Kshatriyas our country has seen. And it's such a pathetic state today that for free electricity we are giving away our kingdom. For free bus ticket we are giving away our kingdom. For free nonsense little money we are giving away our kingdom and our culture. Those were the days when they gave their lives to save the culture and heritage of this country. We should remember that. And those are Kshatriyas. Prabhupada told the last Kshatriya that India saw was the king of Jaipur. When the war with Pakistan happened, he jumped in the front. He took a knife and he ran, Pathan. He ran into the Pakistan border saying, I'm going to kill you. Political leaders are just sitting in their AC rooms and saying, oh, you attack here, you attack there. No, Kshatriya means he'll stand in the front. He'll not sit behind, he'll stand in the front. A king will stand in the front of the army, not behind the army. He is the first person to take the hit. And that is called a Kshatriya. And that Kshatriya is also needed. Chaturvarnam, Kshatriyas are also needed. Brahmanas are only not needed. Kshatriyas are also needed. And when there is a need, even a Brahmana can lift a weapon. When there is a need. Parashurama, he lifted the weapon when the time came. Right? Lifting weapon is not violence. For what you are lifting matters. For what you are lifting. Right? Ahimso paramo dharma. Param dharma nahi ho. Wo bhi ek dharma, ahimsa. When there is no need, you should not do violence. That is dharma. But when there is a need and you are not doing violence, that is more violence. Say some woman is being, some weak woman is being abused. When you stand, ahimsa paramo dharma. What ahimsa paramo dharma are you talking about? Right? You should need, there is a need, you should rise. When there were a lot of attacks by Mughals, that is when the Sikh community was created at that time. They are the chosen strong people of the society. Do you know that? That's why you see, Sardars, they're very strong, high built, and their whole genes are coming like that only. Why? Because they were chosen. The chosen most strongest people in society took that role that now I am standing. Attack. Right? So this is how the Sanatan Dharma was protecting itself. Everybody was part of it. Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, everybody. Huh? Courage in battle, generosity, very generous. They're not attached to the kingdom. If you're attached to kingdom, can you go for a war? You cannot go for a war. Leadership and are the natural qualities of work for the Kshatriyas. Krishi Goraksha Vanijyam Vaishya Karma Swabhavajam Paricharyatmakam Karma Shudrashyapi Swabhavajam. Farming, cow protection, and business are the natural work for the Vaishyas. And for the Shudras, there are labor and service to others. So beautiful. Sve sve karmani abhirata samsiddhim labhate nara swakarma nirata siddhim yatha vindati tachranu. By following his qualities of work, every man can become perfect. Now please hear from me how this can be done. So Krishna is not telling a Kshatriya has to become a Brahmana has to become a Shudra has to become a Vaishya. No! Do your work. In whatever situation you are, whatever qualities you have been given, there is a reason you have taken birth in such kind of family. You do your work. You don't have to change Varna. Actually, in a Brahmana's family, Brahmana has to take birth. Because a Brahmana would be so devotional and so surrendered to Krishna that before doing the progeny, he would pray to Krishna, give me a great Brahmana in my house. So automatically Brahmana soul would come. Right? The what is that? Garbhadan Sanskar. He is calling for a soul with those qualities. And a Kshatriya would call for a king. A Vaishya would call for a great, person who can manage, who has the tactics, who has the intelligence. A Shudra would call for a great servant. A Shudra would call, my son should become a great servant of my lord, my employer. He would not feel bad that my son is also going to serve the same employer. He would feel pride that my son is also serving the same employer. Right? But as the Kali Yuga progresses, there is no Varna now. It's all Mishrama Varna. In Brahmana's house, Kshatriya will also take birth. Kshatriya's house, Brahmana will also take birth. And Shudra's house, Brahmana will take birth. In Brahmana's house, Shudra will take birth. Right? Most prominent is in Brahmana's house, Shudras will take birth. Completely, no Brahmanical qualities. Such people will take birth in the families of Brahmanas. And the whole lineage will be destroyed. So here Krishna is saying that by following his qualities of work, every man can become perfect. Now please hear from me how this can be done. Yata pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvam idam tatam swakarmanatam abhyarchya siddhim vindati manava by worship of the Lord, who is the source of all beings and who is all pervading, a man can attain perfection through performing his own work. So here is being told that God centricity is very, very important. Prabhupada explained the purport that you should be God centric, meaning you should recognize God's presence in your life. Being a Kshatriya, being a Brahmana, being a Vaishya, being a Shudra. You should always ask this question in your life. Last week I had taken a small seminar in Bhakti Center called Where is Krishna in this? Please hear to that recording. You can find in my channel. Where is Krishna in this? You should always ask this question. Anything happens in your life or you're doing anything, where is Krishna in this? Right? When you ask that question, where is Krishna in this? Automatically, whatever Varna you are, you can practice that Varna and go back to Krishna. See, a misunderstanding happened between daughter-in-law and mother-in-law. Right? Now, both are right in their own way. Sometimes, both are right in their own way. Because of some obsessive compulsive disorder, mother-in-law wants it like this only. Because of some super obsessive compulsive disorder, daughter-in-law doesn't want it like that only. Right? And because of that, father and son have run away due to disorder. Right? Whatever happened. Now, in between all of this, come into satsang. 4 of you can sit in the hall of the house in front of Krishna and ask, where is Krishna in this? In our behavior, where is Krishna? There has to be Krishna somewhere, right? Am I thinking about Krishna when I'm behaving like this? Am I thinking about Krishna when I'm saying these words? Right? Where is Krishna in this? If he is the supreme controller, everything belongs to him, what are we fighting for? And by the way, if he has planned it to be like this, then let us accept it that way. And let's go on with life. And everybody pays obeisances to Krishna and says, Krishna, as per your wish, this is how it will happen. Even though one of them is disappointed, but they will think it is Krishna's plan. And everything becomes auspicious. You're understanding what's happening? So this is how disputes are resolved. In olden days, this is how disputes are resolved. Everybody would go to the temple, sit down and ask the Guru, क्या करना है? नारायण है, सब कर रहे हैं, करने दो. He is the Karta. There are two words which will keep you in this material world. There are two words that will take you out of this material world. Do you want to know these two words? Huh? Really want to know? बाद में नहीं बोलने का. क्यों बोला? Aham, Mama. These two words will keep you in this material world. Na aham, na mama. Will take you out of this material world. Simple. Aham मतलब क्या? सब मेरा. हाँ नहीं अहम मतलब सब मैं करता हूँ. I am the doer. Mama means मेरा. ना अहम मतलब क्या? मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ, भगवान कर रहे हैं. ना mama, nothing belongs to me. If you remember these two words, it's very difficult. Huh? बोलना आसान है. सत्संग में बोल देते, घर जाते नहीं याद नहीं आता. ममा नहीं चलता घर में. लेकिन you should remember this. Where is Krishna in this? Ask this question every time. Where is Krishna in this? When something bad happened, you got a pink slip Monday morning, kal subah. How many are ready? Nobody is ready. शुभ बोलो. शुभ बोल रहे. संडे सुबह बर्बाद कर रहे. Where is Krishna in this? Right? Where is Krishna in this? If Krishna has to get something done through you, he has to do some things. Because he's not bothered about our job and our salary and our loan and everything. He's bothered about, will this fellow in this life come back to me or still he's going to continue? That's all he's thinking, right? वही सोचेगा ना Krishna. Like for example, you're coming to satsang. Krishna saw some sincerity in this fellow. He comes exactly at time of prasad and eats prasad. That is also sincerity. Don't think Krishna is saying only look better and look greater. Even somebody who comes sincerely, some devotees come. I don't know if you observe or not. Exactly 1 minute before prasad they'll come. ये प्रभु बकवास करता है सुबह सुबह नहीं सुनने का, लेकिन प्रसाद अच्छा है. प्रसाद will go inside. ये जो बोलता है इस कान से इस कान, इस कान, इस कान से इस कान निकल जाएगा बाहर. लेकिन ये प्रसाद अंदर जाएगा, है कि नहीं? Krishna will see that, hey, this fellow is sincerely coming. Okay? So that sincerity Krishna will see. Why he is coming different? Sincerity is there. So he'll give them. That sincerity he'll see. Which look at it? 46. By virtue of the Lord, who is the source of all beings and who is all pervading, a man can attain perfection through performing his own work. I wanted to say something, I got diverted. What did I start with? Monday morning pink slip. Are you ready to accept? I'm telling you, if it happens, yeah. So I was saying, somebody is coming to satsang. Yeah, this is where I stopped. Now this fellow is. How many of you know that already you have some disease inside you, which is just started? You know some disease because Tesla Diagnostics told you. But there is another diagnostic of Dhanvantari. He knows better. There is another disease inside him. Just imagine, Krishna already knows this fellow is going to get a disease. It's written in his karma. Terminal disease already started. Now then what will he do? Krishna will think, इसको जल्दी Krishna conscious बनाने का. Emergency path में डालने का. हम emergency path में डालेंगे, पहले नौकरी निकालना पड़ेगा ना. नहीं तो मरते दम तक time sheet fill up करेगा. है कि नहीं? This fellow will fill up time sheet till he dies. He has to remove the sheet only. Khatam. There is no time. There is no time. There is no sheet. Chal aaja. Come now. Right? He'll remove you from job. Your wife will shout at you. Your children will spit at you. Your neighbor will throw at you. And then he'll say, okay, now it's time to go to Haridwar. Chal nikal abhi. Now become more. Because you might think, hey, all this inauspicious is happening. It's not inauspicious. Perfect thing is happening for you to do the right thing. But there is time nahi. Who knows the diagnosis? He knows. He knows. So now you tell what is inauspicious in life. Nothing is inauspicious. When you are Vasudeva Sarvaiti, nothing is inauspicious. Once you have heard Krishna's satsang class, he takes full control of you. उसके बाद पूछने का नहीं, पहले सोच के आना था. Should have thought before coming here. I should have warned you before coming here. Transcendental cheating है. पहले Narad Muni is telling Vedavyas, Navai Janojato Katanchana Vraje Vasu Mukunda Sevi Anyavad Anga Samshriti Smaran Mukundangri Upagohanam Puna Vihatum Ichena Rasagraha Jana. He's saying the devotee who has experienced some rasa, prasad ka rasa, he has little bit experience, some Mukunda Sevi, he has done some seva to Mukunda, he has given some donation. Mataji has given today's feast to all of you. Hari Bol to Mataji, Hari Bol. Kavita Mataji, she is there. Thank you, Mataji. She has sponsored prasadam for everybody today. She did not want me to tell, I don't know, I just remembered that. Mukunda Sevi. Once you get the taste of serving devotees, once you get the taste of serving prasad, once you get the taste, such person, even if he wants to run away, Krishna will hold him. This shloka is telling, such an assuring shloka. Narad Muni is telling Vedavyas, the one who has written Vedas, Narad Muni is saying, right? Navai Janajato Katanchana Vraje. Katanchana means somehow or the other. Sanskrit meaning of Katanchana is somehow or the other. Somehow or the other bhagne ki koshish karega. But Mukunda Sevi Anyavad, Mukunda, the one who has done Mukunda Seva, Anyavad, like other people, Anyavad. Right? They are not treated like other people. Mukunda Sevi Anyavad Anga Samshriti. Anga means very close. Krishna treats them very close. If you have done small service, right? Small service also you have done, he will treat you very specially and he will not leave you, don't worry. He will catch you life after life and pull you back to him. Because you have done some, and you also will not leave because you have experienced a great taste. And this taste you will not experience anywhere else. You will not experience anywhere else. सिर्फ सत्संग में ही आनंद मिलता है. सिर्फ ये सेवा में ही आनंद मिलता है जो आपको कहीं नहीं मिलेगा. कहीं भी जाओ. Even recently Ratan Tata died. He was a very simple person. You know, definitely was God conscious also, no doubt about it. Otherwise, you cannot be so simple person without being God conscious. And he always used to tell small things, you know. People, he is the biggest car manufacturer in the planet, right? And he is telling the greatest luxury car, people ask for having satisfaction of their heart, but ultimately they find satisfaction walking in a garden with their friend. Such a beautiful statement, you know, simple statement, which shows his heart, the kind of person he was. Right? So, Provision Mataji, you know, by performing your own, start seeing Krishna in everything. जो बुरा हो या अच्छा हो, उसमें कृष्ण को देखो. यही भगवद गीता का सारांश है. This is the 18th chapter, the conclusion. This is the title, conclusion, the perfection of renunciation. Perfection of renunciation is what? To see Krishna in everything. That is the perfection of renunciation. Shreyan swadharmo swanushtitat स्वभाव नित्यतम कर्मा कुर्वन् नाप्नोति किल्बिषम्. It is better to engage in one's own occupation, even though one may perform it imperfectly, than to accept another's occupation and perform it perfectly. Duties prescribed according to one's nature are never affected by sinful reactions. Right? Prabhupada gives a huge purport behind this. See, if you are having Kshatriya qualities, be a Kshatriya. You don't have to become a Brahmana. Even if you try to become a Brahmana and try to become perfect Brahmana, you will not achieve satisfaction. If you have a Kshatriya body, if you have a Kshatriya mentality, use that in service of Krishna. And if you are a Brahmana, use that in service of Krishna. If you are a Shudra, use that in service of Krishna. Don't have to change. Arjuna told Krishna, what did he tell in the beginning? I don't want to do war. I better go and beg, he told. I better go and beg. I'll become a beggar. What is the use, Krishna, killing relatives, all violence you are talking about? Huh? No, I'll not kill. I'll instead become a beggar. I'll go become a beggar. Then Krishna understood. You'll become a beggar. You'll start begging somewhere. Somebody will not give you properly, and he starts shouting at somebody else. Immediately, you throw the begging bowl, take a knife, and attack him. Take a bow and arrow and attack him. Because your nature is a Kshatriya. Even though you'll be a beggar, you'll again become a Kshatriya somewhere else. Why are you trying to change, Arjuna? You are a Kshatriya. Pick up the bow and arrow, and that is your dharma. There is no difference. Please hear this attentively. There is no difference between a Brahmana offering flowers to Krishna and Arjuna shooting arrows for Krishna. There is no difference.
अपने काम से मतलब रखो.
वासुदेव का काम करो, भगवान के लिए काम करो, अपने नेचर के मुताबिक भगवान के लिए काम करो. Krishna was seeing, flowers being offered to him by Brahmana in the temple, and Krishna was also seeing flowers coming out of Arjuna's dhanush. Because for him, that is devotion. Do your devotion. Prabhu, if you are working in an IT company, use that position for service of Krishna. How? You can create a good society within your office also. I try to do that many times. To my best of the ability, I try to do that. Whenever there is some God consciousness pill in it, some addition to it, some value lessons out of it. Right? Why not? Right? And some people told me in the office, sir, your seminars are very good. They are very helping us. Well, all the time, personality management, anger management, stress management. You tell those stories from Ramayana and Mahabharata, they really are helpful. So we can apply it in our lives. Good, do that. Right? You can use technology also in service of Krishna. Right? You can develop an app. If somebody can develop an app that Sunday morning 8 o'clock, if you're not going to satsang, the mobile will vibrate. It will not stop until you come here. Can anybody develop that app? Very much in demand. So you can use technology. You can use artificial intelligence. You can use it in service of Krishna. That I want to know all the great acharyas' explanation on a particular verse. I type it and all the great acharyas' explanation will come. Ramacharya, Madhvacharya, Shankaracharya, everybody will come. And I can in one place understand the scriptures better. I can use artificial intelligence. Right? We are using artificial intelligence now to transcript the lectures into books. Good. Technology you can use. Right? Everything you can use in service of Krishna, provided you are Krishna conscious. So first become Krishna conscious. Yes. So here Lord Krishna is telling in 47th verse, it is better to be in your occupation. Don't try to change the occupation. Whatever occupation you are, don't leave it. Don't change your nature. Use it in service of Krishna. And Prabhupada also is saying, don't don't become duplicitous. Be natural in what you are. Somebody is a good manager, somebody is a good organizer, somebody is a good speaker, somebody is a good... Tell me who is the most important person in the satsang? Everybody is. Listener is also important, speaker is also important. If there is no speaker, what will you listen? If there is no listener, what will I speak? Again, everybody in satsang. Satsang, the only important person is God. Remember that. Right? Sahajam karma kaunteya sadosham api natyajet sarvarambha hi doshena dhume nagir ivahrata. Every endeavor is covered by some fault. Just as fire is covered by smoke. Is covered by smoke. Therefore, one should not give up.
One should not give up
the work born
the work born
of his nature.
of his nature.
O son of Kunti,
O son of Kunti,
even if such work
even if such work
is full of fault.
full of fault.
A Brahmana is struggling to tell mantras, but still be a Brahmana. A Kshatriya is not able to fight properly, still be a Kshatriya. A Shudra is struggling to follow the orders, still be a Shudra, no problem. Even if it has faults, continue, because you are keeping Krishna in the center. See, the point is here, very important. Don't look at it like, work is worship. No, work is not worship. Work done, keeping Krishna in the center is worship. A lot of people misinterpret this. A lot of people say, Bhagavad Gita क्या है? काम करो. Bhagavad Gita काम करने के नहीं बोल रहा है. Bhagavad Gita बोल रहा है काम कृष्ण को बीच में रख के करो. Like Arjuna kept Krishna in the center, that is worship. Yeah, even though there are lots Prabhupada is explaining the purport, you should continue to do what you are doing. Continue to pursue. Like Prabhupada, look at Prabhupada. How much he struggled to establish ISKCON. How much he struggled. At the age of 70, 3 heart attacks in the steamer ship. Nobody to take care of him in the West. Struggling with cold and chills of the winter in New York City. Almost beaten up to death a couple of times. An old sannyasi. Without any hesitation, he continued. Because he had full faith in his Guru. For whom? For all of us. If he would not have gone there, how would this Bhagavad Gita as it is come with the exact meaning of what Prabhupada, what Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita, without any interpretation? Right? Taking shelter of his Guru. Ashakta buddhi sarvatra jitatma vigatasparaha naishkarmya siddhim paramam sanyashenadhikachati. One who is self-controlled and unattached and who disregards all material enjoyments can obtain by practice of renunciation the highest perfect stage of freedom from reaction. Right? You will be completely freed from reaction to any act when you are completely unattached and self-controlled. See, when you do something for your happiness, you will get happiness. But then you have to pay for it. But when you do something for God's happiness, you will get happiness, you don't have to pay for it. For example, I'm giving charity because I feel nice, because I want to help the poor. What is the problem in this? You'll have to take birth again in a very rich family to enjoy the great charity you did. Taking birth again is a problem. But if I give charity, keeping Krishna in center, saying, Krishna, I'm giving it on your behalf. Your money only. I'm giving it on your behalf. Then what will happen? No reaction. After that charity, Krishna will take you back to his kingdom. Khatam. No rebirth. No taking birth again. You don't get reaction to good also, you don't get reaction to bad also. Simple, no? When you are attached to anything you do, you have to suffer. Yajñartha karmana unditra lokoyam karma bandhana tad artha karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. Krishna is telling in 3rd chapter. He's saying, what is karma? Tad artha karma kaunteya. What is the exact meaning of karma? You should do that as a satisfaction of Vishnu. Every act, do it in sacrifice and obedience. 3rd chapter itself he told. Again is repeating now in 18th chapter. Do everything, Prabhujis and Matajis, but do it as for the Arpit Karo. Sarvam Krishnarpa Namastu. At the end you say, all again, Sarvam Krishnarpa Namastu. Khatam. I don't want to get any benefit, expect any benefit out of it. Krishna, it is done for your happiness. Your happiness. You are the Bhokta. Bhogeshwari Prashaktana. Daya Apritate Chetasam. Vyavasayatmika Bhaktir. Samadhavana Vidiyate. Right? Bhoga Ishwari, if you keep, you have to get the reaction. But if you make it Vasudeva Sarvaiti, everything is for you, Vasudeva, then you'll actually become happy, unentangled, and you'll not have another problem with you. You're not creating another planet for yourself. Right? It's a great science in itself. Yeah, Prabhupada explains about sannyasi who is completely materially dead. Now, sannyasi doesn't mean you have to shave your head, put all those robes and hold a danda. If you can do that, that's the highest. But if you don't, but if you're renounced, you're unattached to your belongings, you're already a sannyasi. Even sitting in a grahastha, wearing a blazer suit also, you're a sannyasi. It's a matter of consciousness. Ashrama helps you practice that consciousness. And then why then Prabhuji people have to take sannyas and hold the danda? Because now they have taken that ashrama itself. And that ashrama will help them be in that. Right? But consciousness per se, you can. Prabhupada told a husband, a husband who has a chaste wife, who is helping him do Krishna consciousness nicely, is helping him practice Krishna consciousness nicely, does not have to take any sannyas. Prabhupada doesn't have to take any sannyas. Ramanujacharya finally sent his wife to his, because now it was time. She was not understanding. She was insulting Vaishnavas. Okay, now it's time for me to take sannyas. But if your wife is cooperating, there is no need. And if she is not cooperating also, don't do that. Come and talk to me. Hare Krishna. Siddhim prapto yatha brahma tathapnoti nibodame samasenaiva kaunteya nishtha jnanasya yapara. O son of Kunti, learn from me how one who has achieved this perfection can attain to the supreme perfectional stage, Brahman, the stage of highest knowledge, by acting in the way I shall now summarize. Right? So here Prabhupada, Lord Krishna is saying, now understand how to act, right, in that way. Learn from me how one has achieved this perfection can attain to the supreme perfectional stage, Brahman, the stage of highest knowledge, by acting in a way I shall now summarize. Purport. The Lord describes for Arjuna how one can achieve the highest perfectional stage simply by being engaged in his occupational duty, performing that duty for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One attains the supreme stage of Brahman simply by renouncing the result of his work for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. That is the process of self-realization. The actual perfection of knowledge is in attaining pure Krishna consciousness that is described in the following verses. Right? So clearly Prabhupada is saying, we were discussing all this all along. Don't have to change anything. Just change the purpose for which you are doing it. Right? Treat your house like a temple. Your house is a temple. Treat your body like a temple. In our culture, by mistake, if you touch your feet to somebody, immediately you do like this. Why? Because there is God in that body. There is Atma also, Paramatma also. Such a simple logic, right? Everything we are very careful in dealing. If your feet touches another person, immediately say like this. If we do that, naturally it comes. But why? Because there is God in that body. Paramatma, Kshirodaksha Vishnu is sitting in that body, beside that individual soul. You're not supposed to cross somebody who is sleeping. Why? Because there is God in that body. You're very respectful to everything. You see another Mataji, there is God in that body. You see another Prabhuji, there is God in that body. Right? We call every lady as Mataji. We call every male as Prabhu. Right? All this is part of respect. Why? You should not feel that I am bad Prabhu ban gaya abhi. Nahi, tu Prabhu nahi bana. Andar Prabhu hai. Prabhu is sitting inside, right? So that is the reason we address like that. Respect is when you see, the object of respect in front of you, then automatically respect will come. Object of respect is God. When there is no God, even if somebody doesn't believe in God, you still respect that person. Why? Because God is there in him. He may not recognize God, but God is sitting. If God is not there, how is he breathing? How is he walking? I get it. Yeah. Buddhaya Vishuddhaya Yukto धृत्यात्मनां नियम्य च शब्दादीन् विषयांस् त्यक्त्वा रागद्वेषौ व्युधस्य च विविक्ता सेवी लग्वाशी यत वाक्काय मानस ध्यान योग परो नित्यं वैराग्यं समुपाश्रिता अहंकारं बलं दर्पं कामं क्रोधं परिग्रहं विमुच्य निर्ममा शांतो ब्रह्म भूयाय कल्पते. Please repeat after me. Being purified by his intelligence and controlling the mind with determination, giving up the objects of sense gratification, being freed from attachment and hatred, one who lives in a secluded place, who eats little, who controls his body, mind, and power of speech, who is always in trance, and who is detached, free from false ego, false strength, false pride, lust, anger, and acceptance of material things, free from false proprietorship, and peaceful, such a person is certainly elevated to the position of self-realization. Now, here everybody is there. Software engineers are also there. Architects are also there. Construction contractors are also there. Security guards are also there. Everybody is there. What is Krishna telling here? The one who is purified by intelligence and is able to control his mind, no matter what profession you are in, no matter what varna you are from, with determination, giving up the objects of sense gratification. You are voluntarily saying, I don't want to get attached to these things. Being freed from attachment and hatred. You are not agitated that easily. Right? If nobody can provoke you. You know how to maintain your equilibrium. One who lives in a secluded place, meaning what? Secluded place doesn't mean you have to leave your house, go live somewhere. Secluded, you don't want to be disturbed. You prefer to be secluded from materialistic vibe. You prefer to be. Who eats little, meaning how much body needs. Not like you starve. Eating too less also is bad. Eating too much is also bad. Sleeping too less is also bad. Sleeping too much is also bad. One who controls his body, mind and power of speech. Vacha. He has total control over his talk. He will not use bad words. He will not use unnecessary gossip. He will not speak unnecessary gossip. He will be very careful how much to use and what to use his speech for. Right? Who is always in trance and who is detached. Trance means God conscious. Right? And who is detached. Detached from what? From all his comforts. Detached from all his comforts. Okay, Prabhu, next week chairs are not there. What will satsang should I cancel? No. You all sit on this, almost like a chair. I'll sit in the grass and do the class. Detached. Next week mic will not work. What will happen? You will not give the class? I'll still give the class. I'll talk a little loudly. Or you all will come and sit very close. Simple. Detached from comforts. Detachment, it doesn't mean leaving wife and house. Detachment, leaving your comforts. Wherever your comforts are, leaving the comforts. Right? Free from false ego. Ahankar se ahankar kam karna. Ahankar means aham kara. I am the doer. If I don't do, nothing will happen. If I don't do, nobody can do. It's called ahamkara. Right? There is one devotee said, if I don't serve prasad, satsang cannot happen. I only know how to serve prasad properly. Nobody else knows how to serve prasad properly. So ahamkara in satsang also. right? So you carry the same mentality everywhere. That is also not right. False strength, false pride, lust, anger, and acceptance of material things. Accepting material thing, what does it mean? Material thing for your enjoyment, not for God's enjoyment. For God's enjoyment, you can accept. You can accept. If something is being given to use it in God's service, like sometime back, Harshal Prabhu, he used to come and he gave me a mic to keep here. He bought it. He gave Prabhu, your recording is not good. You keep that mic. Should I say no? The material thing. No, he's giving it for satsang. Right? You can use YouTube. YouTube Live is going on. For what? God. For Krishna. Accept material things. No problem. Right? Free from false proprietorship. False proprietorship means what? Thinking that you own everything. Naham, Namama. And peaceful. Such a person is certainly elevated to the position of self-realization. Yeah. Krishna is quoting, Prabhupada is quoting another verse from Bhagavad Gita 2.70. A person who is not disturbed by the incessant flows of desires that enter like rivers into the ocean, which is ever being filled but is always still, can alone achieve peace, and not the man who strives to satisfy his desires. What spirituality does, Prabhujis and Matajis, it takes you deeper and higher. Both. It takes you deeper into the ocean. When you go deep into the ocean, then no matter how much storms will happen on the top, it will not affect you. Right? When you go rise above in the sky, no matter what turbulence is happening below, it will not affect you. When the flight goes above 30,000 feet, thunderstorms are happening below, it doesn't affect the flight. It's already above 30,000 feet. Right? So, in spiritual life, when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra regularly, when we attend satsangs, and we serve prasadam, we honor prasadam, we only eat prasadam, don't eat outside food, don't eat anything that is not offered to Krishna, then what happens? Your strength will increase, your spiritual strength, your determination will increase. Then no matter what happens in your family, no matter what happens with your health, you will have the courage to face it. Your sadhana will give you the courage. If you are loosely situated, everything will affect you. Everything will affect you. Right? Krishna is very clearly telling here what gives strength. No matter in what occupation you are, if you follow this, you are done. He is telling this to Kshatriya. To Arjuna is telling that Arjuna, you have all these things. Why are you worrying? Fight now. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Na Sochati Na Kankshati Sama Sarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhaktim Labhate Param. This is a very important shloka. One who is thus transcendently situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman and becomes fully joyful. He never laments or desires to have anything. He is equally disposed towards every living entity. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. Krishna is telling, right? Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. Spiritual people are very happy. Not because they have just heard some joke or they have seen a comedy movie or anything. They can see the reality. They can see the reality. They can see what is going on in this material world. Even when something bad happens, they feel bad, but they're not affected. Yeah, this is what will happen. What do you expect in a material world? Material world में से ज़्यादा क्या expect कर सकते हो? He knows everything. Sadhu is peaceful, very peaceful. Even if you go and tell, my son got this, मेरा आशीर्वाद है. Because he knows, थोड़े दिन में fail हो जाएगा, या कुछ भी हो जाएगा. It's all turmoils. Good and bad is part of life. Sitoshna, Sukha Dukkada. It keeps coming and going. Sadhu become a sadhu. Krishna is saying, all of us become a sadhu. We all have to become sadhus. Meaning what? Raising yourself to a point that nothing will affect you. Right? And Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Na Sochati Na Kankshasi Sama Sarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhaktim Labhate Param. Such a person will become my devotee. If you are getting affected by everything, then you are not understood God consciousness. It's not easy. Huh? I'm sitting here and speaking. I also get affected. Because that is Maya. That is very strong. But when I get affected, where do I go is the question. When I get affected, do I go to Royal Stag Bar and Restaurant? Or do I go to my Siksha Guru and say, Prabhu, kya karu? Right? Whom do I listen from? Matters. When you are in trouble, who do you go to? Matters. You don't take things on your, in your, people commit suicide these days. For no reason. Especially with the skyscraper buildings, they are like good facility to suicide. Right? Only 10 seconds you have to think. Go to that balcony, climb the balcony, 2 seconds. See it, but down the 2 more seconds. See down, 2 more seconds. 10 seconds, you are done. There, I'm telling you, it's a very severe problem, Prabhus. My humble request to everybody sitting here is, if you see your neighbor or you see anybody in the society going through a little tough time, please give some ear to him. बैठो, भगवद गीता बोलने की जरूरत नहीं, जब बैठो वहां पे, थोड़ा सुना उसको, just let him speak out, him or her. Everybody goes through bad and good times, right? Just hear, and half the problem will be relieved, and then give assurance, everything will be fine, everything will be fine, and then slowly bring them to satsang if you can, or you become their satsang wherever they are. Is needed in society today. Because we have kept our families in Australia, America, Bhutan, I don't know where we have kept. Families are no more in the house. Family is supposed to relieve you from all these things, right? And now, you need a family. Satsang is a family. We are a family. We are the family. We are the most important family, right? Where we can support each other. Whatever you are going through, go and discuss. Don't fight the battle alone. Did Arjuna fight the battle alone? He discussed. पूरा depression निकालने का class निकाला, 18 chapter. He was in depression. He told, "Oh Krishna, my hands are quivering, my hairs are standing on the end. मेरे को पसीना निकल रहा है. Krishna कुछ करो." Okay. Therapy class starts now. Chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 7, chapter 18. अब उठ के काम कर. But all this happened because of good advice from the right person. Today society needs good advice from the right person. Good advice can also come from wrong person. And you think it is good advice. It is not. Right? I am too much stressful. I think I'll go to Goa. Is that a good idea? No. When you're too stressful, बैठो एक जगह पे पहले. आसन लगा के बैठो. Do some pranayama. Take some breath. Go to the right person, right guru. Or take ashraya of scripture. And automatically your problem will be solved. You don't have to spend any money to go to Goa. In earlier days, there was no vacation. There was only devotion. There was no need for any vacation. Everything was vacation only. Every day was vacation. My grandmother, I used to tell, I'll take you here, I'll take you here. Say, yeah, I don't know. I'm happy here only. मैं सीनरी दिखाऊंगा तेरे को. क्या सीनरी दिखाएगा? I'm very happy. My vacation is only Tirupati. My vacation is only Rameshwaram. My vacation is only, holy place. And holy place, as it is, very beautiful. Right? That was a vacation. Now the whole concept of vacation came. I'll go to Dubai, here, go here, there. But what is the point? You will not be happy there. You cannot be happy because happiness is where? Not outside, inside. And a person who cannot find happiness inside, what happiness will he find outside? And for how long will he find it outside? Right? It's not possible. We are misdirected. That is why in office, when they give anger management class, they tell, okay, sir, I'll tell you. You all want to manage anger? I'll tell you. When you become angry, count 10. 1, 2, 3. Really? Have you tried that any day? Huh? Next time you become angry with your husband, stand there. 1, 2, he will run away. पता नहीं क्या करेंगे 10 आते पता नहीं क्या करेंगे. Problem वो भाग गया. You can't do. Until anger comes only you can do something. Once anger comes, anger is an emotion that will overtake you. Right? So anger is one of the gates to hell. Anger is one letter away from danger. Add D to anger, it becomes danger. That's all. Right? So real anger management is to not become angry. Is to manage anger before it comes. jealousy, pride. Before it comes, stop it. And that is only possible in satsang. Tell me which other person in your life tells that you are working like a donkey in office, except me on Sunday mornings. Huh? Which other person tells you are a director and you are no worthy person sitting and working like a dog? कोई नहीं बोलेगा. ऐसा सुनना important है. कई लोगों को अच्छा नहीं लगता है ये, लेकिन ऐसा सुनना important है, बोलना पड़ता है ना? नहीं तो अहंकार किधर बैठता है? इसे आता है. Like this anger will come and you'll think that you are so special, right? Ratan Tata was recently he died, and so many people are sharing so many beautiful things about him. He was told, that what is it? Prince of England was giving him a lifetime achievement award, and they were calling him to come to London. His flight was booked. The whole event was ready. That this is your lifetime achievement award, right? And just few hours before he taking the flight, he calls one other person who is also going to that place. I forgot his name. He was the one who was sharing the incident. Huh? Shetty. Suhail Seth. Yeah, Suhail Seth was telling. Right? He was saying that Ratan Tata called me. I saw so many missed calls. I'm in the airport taking my baggage. And like, what, Tata ji, kya ho gaya? Itna phone kar rahe? No, I cannot come. Sir, what do you mean you cannot come? Prince Charles, he doesn't do this every day. He's doing lifetime achievement award. He's giving it to you, Ratan Tata. Please come. No, I cannot come. Why you can't come? My dog is not feeling well. My dog is not feeling well. I can't leave my dog, when he's not feeling well. Tata ji, kya bol rahe hain aap? No, my dog is not feeling well. Sir, please think about it. And he did not go. And Sohail Seth went and spoke to the Prince of Britain. And he told, that is why I was giving him lifetime achievement award. Because he's that kind of person. He's a leader by his actions, by his words, by his care and compassion. For an animal, he let go a great lifetime achievement award because award is not more important. His relationship with that animal is more important. What to speak of relationship with people that he had. Right? Great people are not just becoming great. Their personal connection. Their personal connection. Right? To conclude this. Yeah. One who understands, one who is thus transcendently situated, once realizes the supreme run, becomes fully joyful. He never laments or desires to have anything. He is equally disposed towards every living entity. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. Now here, after this, Prabhuji, the next 10 shlokas are the icing in the cake of Bhagavad Gita. Yes, icing in the cake of Bhagavad Gita, which we will do next week. This is like the Parama conclusion. Krishna is telling. Now, Krishna has prepared Arjuna to a point where he's saying, now become renounced and do your work. Because the three modes, you raise yourself over the three modes. All yogas he covered. Karma yoga, Dhyana yoga, Jnana yoga, Ashtanga yoga, Bhakti yoga, everything he covered. Now, the next 10 verses are pure Bhakti yoga. Pure Bhakti yoga at the highest. And after that, Arjuna will pick up the Gandhi. And Duryodhan ka band बच गया. पप्पू गया बाढ़ में. धनुष उठाना ही पड़ेगा. Hare Krishna, my Bhagavad Gita is torn out now. It's a good sign that your Bhagavad Gita is torn out. Means you have used it. Some Bhagavad Gita after 20 years also shining. The cover itself is not removed. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Granth ki. Any questions? We have a live performance now by two wonderful children. They are going to speak about Lord Ram. Right? Are you all ready? 5 minutes. Yeah. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji. Today I'll be telling a story from Ramayana. So this was the time when Ramji and Sitaji were going for Vanavas in the jungle, and King Dashrath only allowed Sitaji to wear ornaments, and Ramji was not allowed to wear any ornaments. So when they were going, they came across a river in the forest that they needed to cross. So there they met a boatsman named Kevat. So he helped them cross the river, and Ramji was very pleased with the service of Kevat and wanted to award and reward him with something. But Ramji had nothing to give Kevat. So that time Sita ji understood the feelings of Ram, and she offered a ring which had two very precious pearls with the word written Ra Ma on both of them. So Ramji offered the ring to Kevat many times, but Kevat refused, and then asked that Kevat told Ramji that Ramji, if you are pleased with the service I have done, I don't want anything now, but when I am about to die, please help me cross the river of birth and death. So Ramji was very pleased with Kevat's word and agreed and went on. Now you should be thinking it's Sita's ring, so Ram should give it back. But no, Ram wore it. And you know how affectionate women are to their jewelry. So Sita was wondering, Arey, my ring, you took it, you didn't give me. But we'll understand that little later. So now let's go a little ahead in Ramayana. This is the time Hanumanji are going to search for Sita in Lanka. So when they were about to leave, Ramji called Hanumanji and gave him the ring as a symbol of Hanumanji being a messenger of Ram to show Sita. And now Hanumanji took the ring, but he's thinking, where do I put the ring? First he thought, I can tie it in my dhoti, but I'm a monkey, I'm flying there, I'm going there, it might fall off. Then he thought, I can tie it in my neck, but who knows, I need to fight in Lanka to get to her. So, no. Then he saw the two precious pearls with the name Rama. So then he thought about it and put it in his mouth, because Rama's name should always be in your mouth and you should chant his name. And when he put it in his mouth, his whole body started sparkling. And that's why in Hanuman Chalisa there's also a verse as Kanchana Varana Viraj Suvesa. And that's why there is no Hanuman without Ram and no Ram without Hanuman. Jai Shri Ram!
Jai Shri Ram! Very good!
कथावाचक प्रभु जी की जय. You also
Very nice.
claps, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhujis and Matajis. So today I'll be telling a story during the time of the reign of Lord Ram. So when his court session is going on, a Brahmana comes running into Lord Ram's court and he says, my 14-year-old son has died out of nowhere suddenly, and I know it's not my fault. He says that he's never said a single lie his entire life, and he goes on with the list about all the good deeds he has done. Finally, he concludes and says that it must be your fault that my son has died, and you must come to a conclusion on this. And saying this, he walks away from the court. Rama is shocked and left to find a solution to this. So first he calls Lakshman and he orders him to go and preserve the body of the boy in a vat of oil. After which he calls his council of ministers, including Narad and Vashishta. After long discussion, they come to a conclusion that there is a particular person called Shambhuka, who is a Shudra, who is doing austerities and penance, which is causing an imbalance in society. Then there is a whole discussion about how in the different yugas, people from different castes can do those kind of tapasyas and practices. In the Satyuga, only Brahmins can do it. And then in the Treta Yuga, Brahmins and Kshatriyas. Then in the Dwapar Yuga, Brahmins, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. Followed by in the Kali Yuga, where all four castes can do it. Then Rama goes on his flying chariot to meet Shambhuka. And when he goes there, he asks him these questions. Who are you and why are you doing this penance? To which Shambhuka replies, I am Shambhuka of the Shudra caste, and I am doing this so that when I die and I go to heaven, I can take over the power of God. On hearing this, Rama kills him with his sword. Today, many people are wondering and they say Rama killed him because he was a Shudra. But that is not true. He killed him because of the intention Shambhuka had behind gaining that knowledge. We know that knowledge is power and it gives us the power to do anything. Rama didn't kill him because he was a Shudra. He killed him because he wanted the knowledge for wrong reasons. Narad Muni wasn't a Brahmin by birth, but he didn't kill him. He killed Shambhuka because of the reason he wanted to gain that knowledge.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Three loud Hari Bols to both his children. Hare Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. It's so nice to see, such nice katha being told with a nice lesson also, and the next generation should get knowledge of such incidents. It's a very good way. It's also explained why Lord Ram did. There is a whole caste war that goes on, where people even get converted. This is one of the stories that is used by some religion, I don't want to name, to convert people, saying that your God killed your own people because he was getting knowledge. No, it is not like that. Lord Ram cannot do anything wrong. Lord Krishna cannot do anything wrong. God never does anything wrong. Problem is we don't understand why they did what they did. Right? So thank you for both of you, and thanks to Anil Prabhu and Mataji is bringing such wonderful children. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The most intelligent people come to satsang, and the children who come to satsang become the most intelligent. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So we'll have machine acting. Yeah, you want to see? Yeah.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Jaya Narasimha Dev, Narasimha Dev.
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल
भक्ति विनाश हरि नाम कीर्तन की
जय।
ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय।
लीलानंद प्रभु जी की
जय।
भक्ति
विनाशिक
नरसिंह देव भगवान की
जय। भक्त शिरोमणि
लीलानंद प्रभु की डबल
अरे क्या है?
निताय गौर प्रेमानंद
भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की
जय।
महाप्रसादे गोविंदे
महाप्रसादे गोविंदे
नाम ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे
वैष्णवे
स्वल्प पुण्यव्रतं राजन् विश्वासो नैव जायते शरीरा विद्यजा जिनेन्द्रिय त्राहि काल जीवे फैले विषय सागरे तारामती जीवयति लोभमाय सुदुर्मति ताके जेटा कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़दाय माय कोरी वाले जीव जाए सह प्रसाद नदिलो भाई श्री अन्नमृत पाओ श्री राधा कृष्ण गुरु गाओ प्रेमेड़ा को चेतनिताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री 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 राधा मदन मोहन जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई निताय गौरंग श्रील प्रभुपाद प्रसादम की So Hare Krishna Prabhuji Maji, small announcement. So we have let us chant Hare Krishna mantra for Kavita Mataji, who is sponsored today's prasadam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. And all other Prabhus and Matajis who have been always contributing and making this satsang continue, one Hare Krishna mantra for everyone. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. So today evening we have welcoming of Sri Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra and Sudarshan Chakra in one of the devotee homes in Chandanagar. Big Jagannath they are inviting. So that the Rath will have big Jagannath going forward. There is an Aparna Lake Breeze near Chandanagar. So you're all invited to come. It's in the clubhouse of Aparna Lake Breeze. Just go till there and tell Jagannath welcome and we have come. The security will allow you inside. Right? The Dasraj Prabhu and his good wife, Manasa Mataji, wonderful family. They were attending, like just like this. They all came, wife and husband and 2 small children. They came to the satsang and they became very inspired in Krishna consciousness. And after some years, they have started preaching in their community there, in 4 communities, Lake Breeze and Silver Oaks. There are like 4 communities at a single place, just like Vihanga and Krishi. There are 4 communities around. And they did big Rath Yatras there. And they used to take Jagannath from here every time for the Rath Yatra. Now they decided they'll have Jagannath in their house only, so that the Rath Yatras can happen, and pursue Jagannath will be spread. So we said bring big Jagannath. So we brought big Jagannath. If you're not seen a DT welcoming ceremony, this is your opportunity. Sunday evening, many other things can be there, but this is a special thing that happens once in a while. You all can carpool or come whichever way you want to Aparna Lake Breeze, Chandanagar, right? It takes 40 minutes from here. It starts at 4 o'clock in the evening, goes on till 8:30 in the night. So you'll have Jagannath Chapan Bhog, like Jagannath likes to eat a lot. So everybody is preparing. You also can prepare something. If not, you can buy one fruit and give it to Jagannath. He will accept it at Jagannath. And there will be Kirtan, there will be DT installation, Abhishek and Mahabhishek, and then, Arti, Katha. You'll have to tolerate me for a few minutes more. I'll tell something about Jagannath. And then they'll have Prasad, Mahaprasad, right? And then we all will disperse. And today night I'm going to Bhadrachalam with a few of the devotees to organize the event in December to distribute Bhagavatams in Bhadrachalam. If some of you want to sponsor Bhagavatam set or take it for yourself, still the opportunity is on. You can see the link in the group. Please go ahead and do so. We have reached so far 377 Bhagavatam sets so far, right? By Krishna's grace, and keeps going up and up and up. And you all can be part of it. And Krishna likes to see when we all do things together. It is 6,600 rupees for one Bhagavatam set. You can donate it to a Brahmana on your behalf, we'll do, or you can take it for yourself in Telugu. English is, I think, 7,000 something, and English is 9,000 something.
Hindi is
7,000. Sorry, Hindi is 7,000, English is 9,000. You all can also participate. So today night I'm going to Bhadrachalam. Tomorrow whole day we'll be in Bhadrachalam Dham. We'll discuss about Bhadrachalam Dham someday. And by the way, we're also doing a small yatra to Bhadrachalam during that time, right? So 14th and 15th of December, block your calendar, Saturday and Sunday. So it's 5 hours from here. You can drive or you can take a train and go. And in Bhadrachalam, we will witness Godavari River. And beside that, Lord Sri Ram's wonderful temple constructed by Sri Ramadas, one of the greatest devotee in this tract of the planet. And his bhajans are unbelievable. Devotion is unparalleled. So you all can be part of it, Bhadrachalam, on the most auspicious day. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you.